Welcome to a YouTube channel where we talk way too much about ethnicity, race, DNA test. I mean, that's really what you, the free market, are supporting. So, hey, that's what we're going to keep talking about here. Sharing a true story with you. Earlier this week, I was sent on a business trip to Houston. I work in HR, and one of the things I was doing is I was helping someone fill out their application. Well, as I've mentioned many times in America, when people ask, why are you Americans so obsessed with race and ethnicity? Well, because we're constantly forced to fill out forms to acknowledge our race and ethnicity. So here I was helping this man fill out a form. It said on there that he was originally from Jordan. And he had already said something that he didn't eat pork or shellfish. So clearly, to me and looking at him, he's Muslim. So when it came time to fill out the form, I said, okay, no, you tell me which one do you usually choose. And of course, here in the United States, it's basically, European descent, Hispanic, but not white, African, and then like Pacific Islander or Asian. Like those are basically the choices they give you. So for someone who is of Middle Eastern descent from Jordan, there's not an option for that. So he said, I just normally choose white. So I checked the box for him white. Now what's funny though, in American culture, you stick me next to a guy from Jordan who is Muslim, it would be very clear, like, oh, there's the Middle Eastern guy, there's the white guy. People would differentiate us here in the United States. But on the form doesn't differentiate us the way our own society does. And I think that's interesting, and I think it's worth talking about, that some people, and maybe most of the world, would see a guy like me, okay, he's just a white guy, and then they'd see someone from a Middle Eastern country that has a specific look as we would imagine someone from the Middle East, and they would say, yep, that's the guy from the Middle East. It's very obvious. But on the forms that we're forced to fill out and constantly be reminded of our race and ethnicity, that's not an option. The government does not differentiate that on the forms. The Census Bureau does not differentiate. Anytime you do a survey, they don't specifically point out Middle East. And I think that's one more reason why Jewish people here in the United States are just easily seen as white people. But in American culture, there is somewhat of a gradient where it's white person, Jewish person, Middle Eastern. And it gets kind of fuzzy because then, well, are they Arab or not versus being Jewish? And then, well, then it becomes, well, what religion are you? It's blurry. So you can imagine culturally what it's like having to fill out all these forms despite being told, well, you shouldn't care about race or ethnicity, you shouldn't be obsessed with it. There are so many mixed messages going on. Your comments, though, determine reality. Your comments could very easily determine future videos. Your comments belong right here.